Are you struggling to sync your Django production database with your local or staging environments? You're not alone. This is a common challenge for developers, especially when dealing with sensitive data. Today, we will explore how to replicate specific parts of your production database without compromising security. I completely understand your concern about keeping personal and financial data secure while still needing to sync content. It's a tricky balance, and many developers face this issue. You're definitely not the only one looking for a solution. Let's dive into your specific question. You mentioned that you have a Django website with 3 environments: local, staging, and production. You want to sync Wagtail CMS pages from production to staging and local without exposing sensitive data. Sound familiar? Let's find a way to make this happen. The challenge here is that traditional database backup and restore methods are not an option due to compliance reasons. This means we need a more tailored approach to selectively sync data. Let's break down how we can achieve this. Stay with me, because at the end of this video, I will share a potential solution that could save you a lot of time and effort. You won't want to miss it. To begin solving this issue, the user should create a custom management command in Django. This command will handle the synchronization of Wagtail pages from the production database to the local or staging environment. Next, the user needs to define the command logic. This involves importing necessary modules and writing a function to fetch the Wagtail pages from the production API. After defining the command, the user should implement the logic to compare existing pages in the local database with those fetched from production. This will help identify any missing pages. Finally, the user can run the command to synchronize the Wagtail pages. They should ensure that the command is executed in a secure environment using a secret key for authentication with the production API. Fun fact, did you know that Wagtail CMS is used by some of the biggest brands in the world? It's a powerful tool, and with the right approach, you can make it work for your development needs too. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach to replicate part of your production Django database involves using the dump data command. First, run the command in production to export the desired model data into a JSON file. For example, you would use /manage.py dumpdata appname.modelname, which saves the data to modelname.json. Then, on your local or staging environment, you can load this data using the command /manage.py loaddatamodelname.json. Let's move forward and look at another answer. One user shares their method for replicating part of a Django database. They suggest using the dump data command on production to export data, excluding certain models. Then, on the development environment, they recommend flushing the database and loading the data from the exported file. If flushing the database doesn't work due to inconsistencies, the user suggests deleting the database file and cleaning up the migrations folder. After that, run the migrations to reset the environment. Let's check out another perspective from a different user. An alternative approach involves using Django's dump data command to export blog data from production as a JSON file. You can then load this data into your local environment using the load data command. To implement this, you could create a protected API on production that wraps the dump data command. Then, in your local environment, you can create a sync command that fetches this data and loads it. Here's a tip. Consider using a secret key or token for authentication when accessing your production API. This adds an extra layer of security while allowing your developers to sync the necessary data. And there you have it. By creating a custom management command, you can selectively sync your Wagtail pages without compromising sensitive data. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks on Django development.